What's up, humans, and welcome to another Psicoactivo for today. Okay, so we have an update from Jake Barber and Skywatcher. You guys remember I've been covering this. They're supposed to release the second episode of their documentary, but Jake goes into detail on what they did on this. Before I continue, I want to ask you guys to please like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can share on any platform. If you subscribe and comment, it helps the algorithm keep moving forward so we can get more recognition and people can see us from more parts of the world because I've been getting messages from a lot of places. If you like the content and the frequency in which I work, consider maybe becoming a member. That'd be really cool too. So thank you. We're also on the KGRA website and on all the feeds of KGRA. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, I'm going to leave a bunch of links in the description. Thank you for the support, as always. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue. So, with Jake, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the reception that Skywatcher got from a lot of people, especially within ufology. From what I've gathered so far, and I'm looking from the periphery, I'm not like fully involved in whatever they're doing. I did get Dr. John Blitch for Monday on Psicoactivo, but I reached out to him myself. I'm not connected to them in any way. I've already told you guys that I've been talking also with Alex Klokus. He's responded to my messages, which kind of surprised me the first time he did it. And he's been really respectful, really nice. I think that he does understand the concerns that people have with whatever they're doing because in terms of optics, Jake told the story of himself perfectly, I think. And if that is the case, that means that Jake used to be with the quote unquote bad guys, the ones that are keeping the secret. And he flipped when he went to Greer and saw Michael Herrera telling his story. And I don't know, it's just, I would like to know a couple of things, like, do you still work for those companies? Why is there some sense or some kind of goodwill towards these companies if they are part of the many groups that have kept this a secret for so long? If it's indeed all true, I would like to know what changed. Why does Tom DeLonge get along really nicely with two of the top executives at Lockheed Martin? Why do you seem to have a good relationship with top executives at many of these companies? I know that they're not monoliths, but so that there must be secrecy within those companies too. That would be my guess. But in terms of optics, one of their people is now like leading an effort, and I do thank Jake and all of his team for being open and responding to every message, and because they're doing that, they're actively engaging with the community, and that right there is a first step that I think it's in a good direction because people are asking questions and they are responding to questions. I hope that whatever they're trying to do here works because even just yesterday I saw Dr. Gary Nolan on Neon Galactic. He had a wonderful conversation with James Falk, and he was talking, giving all the credit to the people at Skywatcher because he believes that what they're trying to do is to prove this through experiments and science. And they just released a trailer. Um, but I want to share with you guys what Jake Barber said because he shared the trailer, but he also wrote a number of things that are like, I guess, the next set of goals that they're trying to offer us, the people. And he even gave a tongue-in-cheek comment right below the video. Skywatcher did, not Jake. And Jake has been actually engaging with the people on Twitter mostly, and in good faith, like banter and everything. So I find that really refreshing, if I'm honest with you. I think that just like staying with a relaxed kind of sense of humor is probably a good idea, you know? So here's what Jake Barber said. And I'm sorry to those who can't really uh, see it well. I don't think it's that small. I did my best to like make my image as little as possible. Let's see this. No, that doesn't work either. Okay. I hope you guys can read, but I'm going to read it just all at once and then I'm going to talk about it. Jake Barber says, "Hello. We have had success out in the field with phase one operations and we'll be sharing that success with everyone here in episode two. I have grown to appreciate and be patient with the editing process. We have hours and hours of footage from our time on the range last month that the editing team has been hard at work with, doing their thing to present a well put together account of what has been going on. What to expect in part two? This is interesting. We will be introducing members of our team you haven't met before. We will be going over our class designations for the different types of UAP we have encountered. We will be sharing brand new data captured on the range for some of those classes. We will be sharing our approach and goals for the next 6 months. Thanks to all for your interest and support. It takes a lot of resources to explore this frontier full time, and we are eternally grateful for the opportunity to do so." And they shared it. And here is the teaser for Skywatcher. See what Skywatcher wrote down here? They said, "Still trying to figure it out, still not selling you anything." That was good. Um, okay, so here's a clip. I'm going to play it for you guys, and I'll see you on the other side.
It's a game of chess, right? If this is an advanced species and is smart enough to do what it's doing, they're probing us. They have the upper hand, and we are the little ants under the magnifying glass.
Man, I do hope that they do well and that they get the evidence that they want because, as I told you guys, some of the reaction was not that good. I'm pretty sure that even some of the people at the team at Skywatcher have expressed their frustration of how a part of the community has reacted to what they're trying to do. There are some things that have happened that make people just have their own doubts about everything that's happening. I just expressed a few of my own. Another major concern that I have is this psionics secret program that even Danny Sheehan has talked about. I know that probably none of the people at Skywatcher know exactly what's going on with that program. I highly, highly doubt it. But it would be nice to have a conversation with the people who are part of Skywatcher and see what they can tell us about this program because um, there's a lot of things that I find really concerning about what I've heard so far, especially the part involving minors. That's disturbing. So it's important to explore, in my opinion. And I know that it's a difficult conversation to have, probably. And it's not just me who I'm investigating a specific aspect of this alleged program related to scientists who may have been involved in it. But I know at least three or four other either journalists or lawyers or just researchers, investigators who are trying to find out other aspects of this program that may have taken place. And we're going to get to the bottom of it because it's difficult to digest in some of the cases, and there's a lot of secrecy involved in it. Just this past week, Ross Coulthard had Russell Tarek on his show. They talked about Pat Price. If you guys know that story, he died under mysterious circumstances, Pat Price. And there are a bunch of things that happen related to this stuff that are hard to explain. People disappear, people pass away under mysterious circumstances, stuff like that. And I think that we need to investigate it more. I don't know where it will get us, but I think that's where the core of the problem lies, of this secrecy and all this stuff. But that is separate from what Jake Barber and the team at Skywatcher are trying to do. I hope that they do well. I honestly do. And I'm going to look at all the data that they put out, and I hope that we get at least one convincing piece of data that can help us solve a little bit of this or understand it a little bit more. I sincerely hope so. Shout out to the people that have responded to me from Skywatcher. There's a couple that I've already interacted with, and they're really nice. So shout out to both of them. And on Monday, I will have Dr. John Blitch on the show. I'm gonna ask him for his perspective on what Skywatcher is doing, obviously, but I don't know how involved he is on that specific effort. So we're probably not gonna get much if he's not that involved. He's still gonna give us his opinion, I think. So that's exciting. And I want to give a major shout out to Jake for being open minded and learning how to navigate the rough response that him and his group have taken from either detractors or people who just don't like what they're doing. Staying open and not giving in to hate and the vitriol and all that stuff, that says a lot of a person, in my opinion. And these guys are taking it relatively well. Although I understand some frustrations are always there. It's a tough crowd, the UFO community, definitely. That's an understatement. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think. I think that they said that over the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think they're going to release something. I hope it's sooner, but it's nice to get an update now. That's really cool. What are you expecting from Skywatcher? These shapes that they're talking about, that's interesting. If they can make out a shape on the recordings that they already have, does that mean that maybe the objects are a little closer than usual? That'd be nice to see. I hope so. Because if it's really far, it's going to be kind of difficult to just convince people, you know? And if it's grainy too, it's going to be hard. What are you expecting? Let me know. And what do you think about this attitude of the people from Skywatcher and Jake of responding to everything and interacting with the people? What do you think about that? I want to know your opinion about that specifically. Let me know. That's it for me today. I want to thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. And remember, stay curious, stay inquisitive. Bye.